How does manifestation falls into category of non-duality? Well, let's say, can we talk about non-duality and manifesting? And this is an interesting subject because number one, I personally don't like when in non-duality circles it goes. First of all, we do understand it's hard to describe what it is. But when it goes into watching every word that you say, we're not going to do it here. Um, there's a way to describe things exactly how it's happening already. So you're not choosing these words per se, they're flowing through you. And sometimes the recognition of your nature allows you to speak about certain things in a certain way that feels unique from each individual. So let's go back to non duality and manifestation. Honestly, if anything, this is the most closest and there's no separation. It's all one anyway. So when there is a recognition of who you truly are, what happens is there's understanding, there's no separate doership, there's no separate doer, there's no separation. But why it's so beautiful? Because the apparent world reflects exactly what kind of thoughts, the quality of thoughts that are plotting in that, so to speak, awareness. So if there are thoughts of lower frequency, let's call them lower frequency or lower quality, flooding in your awareness, then the world tends to attract that, tends to shape up in that shape and form. When there's a direct experience of letting go of that control, which realization that there was never control to begin from, there is allowance of actually all the bits and pieces and parts to be part of creation. So if something arises that is not matching the vision you might have in your mind, there's no way you feel upset about this. You just realize that there is no separate doer and there's no controller. So you just easier allowing all these things to unfold. And in that moment, when it happens, you realize that the resistance subsides. And when the resistance subsides, it your capacity, your energy allows for better quality thoughts to arise. And these better quality thoughts and emotions and feelings in your body, which is a beautiful organism of your nervous system, starts rewiring into the peace mode, into the default mode, if you will, of who you truly are. And that's where the magic settles in, because you understand there is no separate doer, but there is one universal doer, if you will. And you allow and trust all of that to unfold because it's already unfolding. If we dive deeper, there's nobody even allowing it to unfold, but it might feel that way. So there's a momentum of good thoughts, high quality thoughts that arise. And you start noticing that indeed the manifestation, which is happening at all times, it's not something separate. It's not something that needs to be taken out of the context. It's already happening. There's a immediacy in the moment of no time and space where manifestations take place all the time. When you remove that control, phantom controller, and phantom doer, which is the separate doer, that's the belief that I am in charge of this and that, then all of the thoughts that could gather up as a momentum that could be impediment, it's not there any longer. You notice how your body rewires, how your mind rewires, and actually you start noticing the quality of thoughts you have, quality of aha moments, and you never thought about it this way. So you understand the void that is present and unlimited and unbound, and it can be anything. It truly can be anything. So, what's the best part of all of this? The limitations get dropped. And when the limitations get dropped, the beliefs that are shaping around certain subjects reshape and change. So I'll leave you with that. Let me know what was your experience with the process of this. Even though it's not a process, it's already happening. But I want to talk about this because I don't want to go from also the experience that arises of your direct experience of your life. There's no separation between your life and experience. It's all one happening, all one cosmic happening. But it's you who is watching this, not you, the body. You, unnamed, unbound. You can call it whatever you want. And then you start realizing the power of it all. It's pretty impressive.